Up until this point in my life, I have never considered participating in a group mentorship program, but when I came across the Enlighten and Empower Meant for More, something about it just felt like this program was meant for me.
Welcome, guys, to Meant for More. This is your 12-week group mentorship to serve powerfully, trust your intuition, and grow your spiritual business.
When I first started this program, I was just really lost in what I wanted to do next. I knew that there was something that needed to change in the life that I was living.
This feeling of like, I don't really belong here, whatever that means for you. In my case, seeing your group of friends and seeing what they're doing in their life, or seeing like the town, the community that you're in, seeing how they're living their life, how they're on this like very straight and narrow, secure path, and just feeling like you are not there. You're not in sync with them.
I was just so lost in what I wanted to do, or even where to start.
I have so many ideas, but like none of them ever come to fruition because I just don't follow through on anything. So that's why I'm here, for someone to help me and guide me and point me in the right direction of like, Ipsita, you need to just focus on one thing instead of trying to do everything all at once. Did I answer the question?
Yes, there was no right or there was no wrong answer there.
Each week we had 2-hour-long calls where we would either have a presentation by Devon.
You'll see here like everything that you are going to be learning is specific each and every week, different spiritual teaching.
Or an expert workshop where we tapped into new modalities of healing.
This is one of my favorite parts about Men for More. When I've been reflecting on how I got to where I am right now, how I started, it was these 4 people that you see right here. It was, and more, but most impactful, these 4 people. Because I believe that it's not just one program, one mentor, one process that gets you to where you want to go. It's a culmination of all of these people who have such different areas of expertise, such different experiences. And it's really important to me that you not only learn from me, but also learn from the people that got me here.
We had a session with Cynthia, who was a human design coach, Avery, a quantum manifestor, Michele, a spiritual healer, and Matt, a business consultant.
As soon as we get off of this call, I will add each and every one of you to our group Voxer, and that's what we're going to use as our communication channel as a way to support one another.
Voxer channel was also where Devon had reminded us to set intentions and be grateful. It was a way to stay accountable. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about everything that we did during the program. I think that it's going to be different for everybody that decides to participate in a program like this, but I will talk about my own experience. What made me join the program was the community aspect, but that's not all that I had gotten out of this opportunity. I opted in for one-on-one Reiki sessions with Devon during the program, and this was very useful because it helped me to understand more deeply where my blocks were and what was stopping me from fully embodying my authentic self.
I got this beautiful visual in connection with your crown chakra. So first, the crown chakra read was kind of like you're just like, you've been like stuck in this like igloo, and your guides are like on the other side of the glass, just like knocking and being like, hey, we're here. But maybe you're feeling kind of closed off in your little den or cage or ball of glass snow globe.
Igloo reminds me of Club Penguin, because we all used to have a little igloo.
Yeah.
The human design coach gave me a new perspective on how I can manage my energy. As a projector, I don't have infinite energy, and it makes sense as to why I get so tired so quickly. That I don't need to feel bad for wanting rest, because that is just how my body works, and it might not be the same as everybody else.
But you also have a defined identity center, which means you are very solid in who you are and the direction you're headed in life. So if you have the will to move, get rid of all that noise and do the damn thing. You have a clear invitation.
The quantum manifesting coach taught me about EFT tapping and how I need to regulate my nervous system in order to manifest the things that I want. That my body should already have the feelings of what I want before I even have them. And that means my nervous system needs to feel that way too.
Beliefs often does incorporate using the body and releasing it from the body as well. It's not releasing it from the mind as much as it's releasing it from somewhere where it's stored in the body.
The spiritual teacher taught me a new perspective on how if we didn't have memories and time, there would be nothing to compare it to, and then we would always feel connected to our higher power. The business coach taught me that there needs to be that masculine energy that I so desperately need and don't have.
It wasn't about where can I go, what can I do, how can I get more, how can I do more? It's about what is limiting me, what's the bottleneck in my system, what's the bottleneck in my strategy, how can I remove that bottleneck, unlock a new capacity, and use that capacity for anything I wanted.
Lastly, Devon gave us a very personalized approach to how we can move forward with our goals. She showed me how much I was not in alignment with my true self. There were parts of me that were afraid to take the next step, afraid of the game that I was playing, afraid that I would take the wrong step. But she has reminded me that
But if you can just start moving, just start walking, knowing with certainty that you can't mess it up. There was something about you being in your dharma, your like life path.
Oh, am I on the right path?
You are. If you're taking the steps forward, you're on your dharma, and just keep coming in with that affirmation of like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm taking the right steps, because that was the message from your higher self, is like, just take those steps. You can't mess up as long as you're taking them. In those moments when you feel like you are walking on that ledge, afraid to fall, would it help to visualize yourself having a harness, and up at the top is like the wires, like, you know, connecting you to your guides.
Like I'm a puppet.
Well, yeah, but not being controlled.
Right, but guided. And like no, but the reason I think that is like I think about being a puppet in yoga, because I imagine like a string on my head, but like all of my joints having strings so that I can let the rest of my body just let go. And if I take a misstep, that makes me think like if I accidentally trip, they'll help me back up.
this program is not designed for you to have a business plan by the end of it or know exactly what you need to be doing, and giving us the tools and resources we can utilize in our life in order to have a successful life, whatever that means for us. Being meant for more doesn't mean that we need to change everything by the end of the 3 months of this program. Instead, it is about digging deep, looking inside of ourselves, and giving us perspective on how to approach the next steps of our life.
Trying to figure out what it is that you are meant to do, because most likely you are already fulfilling it in some capacity. And what I've come to realize with life purpose is that there is fluidity to our life purpose. It is not just one role, one single assignment that fulfills it all. I find that our what often remains the same. So what do you feel most drawn to do? Create, help, express, teach, build. I think most of our life purposes center around these actions. And the truth is that whatever you are doing right now, even if it is draining every part of you, you are still fulfilling your life purpose in some way. Can you find the ways that you are creating for the higher good or greatest good of all? Can you find ways that you are helping, that you are expressing, that you are teaching others, or that you are building? Most likely, yes. But our how changes and evolves as we do. So as we continue to heal, as we continue to grow and evolve, our how, meaning how we create, how we help, how we express, how we teach, how we build, that's what changes.
I'm taking the approach of trusting my instincts and heart, and taking the peace in surrender of knowing that I am divinely guided. Thanks to this program, I have the tools to trust and be led with intention.